Sam, you had one job, mate. One job. Good evening, everyone. And this is not the Absolute WSL and WSL2 show. This is actually the Absolute EFL show. So welcome, everyone. I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened there. I'd literally get told, press start stream, and that happened. So never mind. I am sorry about that. Blame Sam. I'm throwing him under the bus. He's not even here. That'll do me. Welcome everybody. Anyway, we'll start that again. This is the Absolute Football Podcast. We are the Absolute EFL, talking everything Championship, League One and League Two. And I am Ant, and I am your host tonight. As you can tell, I haven't got long hair, but there we are. So a big week to get through. We've got a couple of, I think we had the Championship had a double game week, and there's a game on as we speak, Burton versus Lincoln. So yeah, real top versus bottom clash, and it's currently 1-1. So, but anyway, we'll get into everything. But before then, I will have to speak about my wonderful co-hosts, because I am the luckiest man on the planet tonight. I am joined by three wonderful women. First of all, we have Claire from Stockport. Claire, how are you?
Whoop whoop, up the Stockport. I mean, we're being linked to getting Tanto back, and a few others incoming. So all is good in the world of county. I mean, until Saturday when I go to Cardiff. And it's been a busy all week, so it's flown by. And yeah, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, all good. Yes,
thank
you very much.
An Ant's rant as well for you all.
We have an Ant's rant lined up, not from me, but from Claire. So we'll have a wonderful rant later on. And also join us, fresh from having a hair done, we have the wonderful Chloe. Chloe, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I mean, turned 22 on the weekend, so can't complain, apart from the fact that Rovers decided that they were going to ruin my birthday and lose 1-0, but we don't need to talk about that. And I mean, Claire, you mentioned Cardiff. I might be going there on Saturday, so maybe see you there.
Going to rugby club before, come see us.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll be in the home end, but who knows? Maybe a little Absolute Football Podcast meetup.
Yeah.
Is it a kind of podcast derby then if you're in home end? It will be a little bit.
Well, I'm not a Cardiff fan. It's because my partner's a Cardiff fan. Rovers are away. And he was like, my dad and I are going to Cardiff. And I was like, do I want to go? Do I not want to go? I think now hearing that Claire's going, I think I have to go. Well, I've got to meet the legend herself.
Chloe, sod him and come and sit with us in the away end.
Are there tickets available? Because I might do that.
Afraid not.
Damn it.
I think we're all going to Cardiff versus Stockport now that we're cancel everyone's plans. We're going Cardiff. And we've also got the wonderful Rebecca. Rebecca, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Been a bit of a hectic day, but I'm glad to be back. We'll get into that when we talk Accrington. But yeah, very well. Been a good week. Back in uni, so it's all going well. And it's just good to be back on the podcast. I feel like I've not been on Lower League One in a while.
Well, I feel officially old. You're back at uni. Chloe's just celebrating her 22nd birthday. Here's me, 40 in 3 months. Never mind. Before we go on to the footy, we'll bring in the chat. We've got Graham. Graham, hello, buddy. Apparently you are on a Charlton video, weren't you? Charlton Women's video. So well done, buddy. Well done. Aled, enjoying life as a Wrexham fan. Having a really good season, aren't they? Chris, afternoon, all from Charlotte North. He's still in Charlotte, North Carolina, everyone. Been there about 3 years now. Yes, really. He's only been there about 3 weeks.
Oh, you had me there.
And to be fair, all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina, he's still the boy with the results. Since he had 1-0 and then 1-1. So there we go.
It's literally a minute later or two.
Yeah, literally. I think they went up the other end and scored, didn't they? So,
come on, Burton. We're all
Simon
Burton.
As well. Simon's in the chat. Was currently one weekend and last night, to be fair. Good evening, Anne, Chloe, Claire, and Rebecca. I hope you're all well. We are, and thanks for your comment there. Speddy fan Chris, I feel old. Exactly the same. But let's crack on. Let's talk football, shall we? And let's talk the EFL Championship. And it's double game week. But this was Saturday's results. And again, not many draws. I don't know what's going on. But I'll start with you, Rebecca. What is taking your eye in this one?
West Brom at the minute. They seem to have. Sorry, am I back?
Yeah, I thought it was me.
I was like, why is she so slow?
You turned into a Dalek.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out. I think it's out again.
It's all right. It's all right. Just everything's gone wrong so far, so you're fine. Just let's grab it.
It's the show that goes wrong.
It is. That's it. You all right now, Rebecca? Can you hear us? No, we'll move on. Right, Claire.
Yeah, I think I keep freezing. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll go to Claire and then we'll come back to you.
The Wi-Fi keeps going out.
I think she's a bit delayed because she's getting us, but it's a bit after in it.
Yeah, it's all right. You just rock and roll, and then we'll bring it back in.
I'll go with one of my. I've got two if that's okay, but my first one is Charlton Sheffield United match, and shall I talk about the football or my rant first?
Oh, I reckon football first, rant second.
Oh.
Okay, so. Two, I'd say, deserved red cards for Sheffield United, and me and good old Graham were WhatsApping back and forward because I unfortunately couldn't go to County on Saturday because both me and Daisy were poorly. But the first red card particularly was pretty disgusting. You could tell that there was no malice to it, there was no intent. But he'd lost the ball and he'd just flown in to try and atone for that. I'd also say the second red was a valid red, but apparently they were appealing that. I've not seen if that's been accepted or not. But I think that's a really, really good win for Charlton. Obviously, there were two players above, so they should have won that. Big talking point, though. No Tanto in the matchday squad. What is happening? I would absolutely bust my tits off if he came back to County. Love him. And then secondly, I just wanted to say Hull winning away at Southampton's a really good win as well.
Yeah, they're on fire, Hull, aren't they? Absolutely on fire, and they're backing it up as well. And I don't think we've spent too much time about Hull, have we? But I would like to drop in that I had them in my playoffs. So there's something there.
And then the embargo, didn't they? With the Louis Barry fee not being paid properly, and that could have thrown them off. But they're absolutely flying. Fair play to them.
Yeah, no, you're right. They are, and like I say, I think they backed it up. I'm sure they backed it up actually during the week. So they're on form, and they're actually getting themselves into that. Getting into the talking for the top two. I know, obviously, Ipswich are flying now. Coventry have got back into it after a difficult few weeks, but they've won 2 in a row. So, and obviously Borough as well. So it's going to be very interesting last 4. You're right about the red cards. The red cards were shot. I think the second one's a little bit harsh, but I think it's a red. But the first one's a horrible, horrible tackle. And I hope the player's all right, because it looked as if his ankle had gone the wrong way. So I don't know. I know Graham's in the chat, and I'll read his match report out in a minute. But it looked a really, really bad tackle. So hope he's okay. We'll read Graham's match report out once we've had Chloe's pick of them championship games.
I think for me, probably Oxford, Bristol City, because Oxford, I believe this is now the start of the Matt Bloomfield era, which he was actually someone when Rovers were going through their search of managers after we sacked Darryl Clark. He was a name that was linked with us. So I'm going to be watching closely on how Oxford do, but also I do think that's a pretty good result for them. Bristol City, I hate to say it, are flying pretty high at the moment. They're doing well. So to hold them to a 0-0 draw at home, I think is probably better than what a lot of Oxford fans probably would have expected. So for me, that's the one that I'm kind of like, okay. But there's some interesting results in there. But I want to hear the match report. That's why I'm going to be quiet. I want to hear the match report.
I just love how there's all those goals and all those games and you picked a 0-0.
You never let them know your next move. Keep them guessing a little bit.
Always 3 steps ahead.
Exactly.
Well, you asked for it. Here is the match report from Graham. And to be fair, it's not as detailed as he usually goes on, so it's all right. Sheffield United at home. Bizarre game. Sheffield United should have been 3-0 up in the first half, but then they hit the self-destruct button. Agree with Claire, both Reds, fully deserved. First one was a horrible tackle. I actually agree with that. Second one, he went full Roman Reigns with a Superman punch. For those who aren't into wrestling, he's a WWF wrestler, or WWE, I think it's called.
Yeah, WWE nowadays.
That's the one. They did appeal, but it was rejected. So there you go, Claire. There we go. And they're about Harvey Nibbs. That's the lad who got wiped out for the first. That was touch and go if he plays again this season. I mean, it did look really, really bad. Really bad. So I hope he's okay. And we've got Luke in the chat. Hello, Luke. Did someone say 2-0? I'm in absolute heaven. Yes, you are indeed. I don't think you should get used to it, well, because I don't think there's many more. And Simon's joining the birthday chat. I'm 37 tomorrow, so happy birthday for tomorrow, Simon.
Have a lovely one.
We'll see if we may have a special guest later on who may sing. I am not going to sing. Not yet, anyway. Maybe later. But do we have Rebecca back yet? No, we don't. She's gone. Howlin, have your rant.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say, and I will go against probably what a lot of people think, but I am very passionate about this, and I have spoken about it before, so I know it's a surprise for you two as well. But sometimes you want to go and watch your team. You know, I might be a county fan living in London and can't get a ticket, might sneak into the home end. What do? You don't wear your fucking club's colours, do you? Absolute stupid clown idiot took his son to watch Charlton, Sheffield United, in the home end, wearing Sheffield United shirt. If you're going to be the person that does that, just don't wear colours, right? Don't wear colours, sit in the home end and shut the fluff up, right? You don't need to do that. And you know what? Chris Wilder running over, being like, oh, it's all right, here's my jacket, cover yourself up. No, just think about what you're doing, all right? It is pathetic. You're a fully grown man as well. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement. I hope he's not watching.
I hope
but yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I remember when we were in League One and everyone who we were playing rocking up and there was fans in Newcastle tops and just like, why are you even bothering? It's just ridiculously stupid.
I mean, to be honest, probably unlike most people, I don't wear shirts to football.
Are you going to bring a Stockport top for Chloe on Saturday? Is the question.
I
mean, mine would be too big for her.
I don't have a Cardiff shirt that I can swap, unfortunately. Again, like to put it out there, not a Cardiff fan, I'm a Rovers fan, but I've been kind of sucked into the Cardiff life on the side from my partner. So thanks, Ben. Shout out to my partner, Ben.
My little girl loves wearing county shirts, and she'll be like, no, mummy, I don't want a coat on. I want to see my county shirt. She's not bothered about anyone else seeing it. She wants to see it. And particularly when she goes to watch the ladies, they all fuss her and they're like, you got the same as me. And she's like, I'm the same. But it's quite cute. But yeah, no, she won't wear a coat. And I think that's kind of cute. But I mean, I'm going to open a can of worms. I'm not sure how I feel about adults wearing football shirts.
I wore the last time I wore Sunderland was at Wembley. The last time when we were at Wembley, when we went up, I don't normally wear one because obviously we go to the pub beforehand. So like I would try not to have the tops on. Because, I mean, they allow them, you know what I mean? But I try not to have a top on, just in case I stop out as well. Sometimes we stop out and have like a few bevies afterwards. So
I'm just gonna, follow that up by saying each to their own, and I'm not bothered about it enough to, lose any sleep. But just not for me. Just not for me.
So basically, a football show telling people not to wear football shirts is brilliant. And I thank you, everyone. Good night.
What a show.
The other end, definitely don't do that. That man should have been chucked out. You know what? Sod him. I'm all right on this conversation. Might I also say, if you're going to go to a football game, don't wear another club's colours. A random team. Why am I seeing Manchester United in City shirts in the Cheadle end? No, stay at home or have some respect.
Right.
It was my tits in.
That is a good rant, I must admit. Yeah. I mean, I remember going on them, and I had one at some point this season, and I can't remember when it was. It possibly was the might have been the Watford podcast I did with Pete and Sam. But I definitely went on a rant. I'm rant free this year because we're having such a good season. So I'm all right. Panenka penalties. That's what it was a Panenka penalty, which again happened on Sunday in the goddamn African Cup of Nations. What's he doing there? I mean, I know we're going very much off piece, but what is Brahim Diaz doing now? Madness. It's 108th minute. He's won a penalty for his side. It's never a penalty in the first place. And then there's Senegal walk off, which they shouldn't have done. Senegal then come back on, and he then tries to Panenka it. It's never mind. We're going to crack on with Alan's match report. So this is from Wrexham versus Norwich. Got no complaints on Norwich as I wasn't there. Thanks for that. But what friends said from the game, Norwich deserved a win considering their result against West Brom, 2-0 losses and bad, which is a fair point because they have kind of turned a corner a little bit, haven't they, Norwich? So, yeah, they were obviously well down the relegation zone, but I think they're battling themselves out of it anyway. And Simon from the Leicester Coventry game, or Coventry-Leicester game, sorry. Leicester could and should probably be more than 1-0 at half-time, but we were so much better in the second half and could have won by more. I watched the first half of that, and honestly, I thought Leicester was superb. I don't know what happened. Because I didn't watch the second half. Simon wants to weigh in on the football shirts. I wear nothing but football shirts, and I make no apologies for it. So there you go, Claire. There's you tell.
Absolutely. Don't go watch Coventry away at Watford and sit in the Watford end in a Coventry shirt though. You deserve all the digs you get in, to be quite honest.
Or you could rock up in a Derby County top completely oblivious to anything.
Like I say, I actually don't I don't begrudge people of their right to wear a football shirt. It's not for me.
Yeah, I like that though. I volunteer for Spennymo and I have a polo shirt with a badge on, but not a football top. So yeah, I've got loads of Sunderland polo shirts. I do like them, and I like the jackets and the coats. I love Sunderland's jackets and coats, so I'll wear them all the time. But I'm with you about football. I am kind of with you with football tops. I don't tend to wear them as much anymore. I buy them, obviously, but this is a bloke who collects football tops saying he doesn't wear football tops. So there you go. There's some kind of.
I think it's a summer thing for me. I feel like I need to weigh in here as well. I like wearing them in the summer because in the winter I've got about 20 different layers on. Like you could mistake me for the Michelin Man because I've just got that many layers on. But in the summer, I feel like it's acceptable. It's quite nice when both, my dad and I have both got our shirts on. I think to weigh in. For me, it's with names on the back, names and numbers. I'm with you on that in the sense of grown adults having that. Kids, I get it, but grown adults having it
I had to school Sam this because when he had a shirt, I want to say a Holland shirt or something. Randomly, he likes to get different country shirts, fair enough, whatever. But on the back, he had Van Jeff's Winkle, and I was like, no, what are you doing? And bear in mind, I said Jeff's. He had Van Jeff's Winkle. I was like, no.
Van Jeff's Winkle sounds like a really shit porn star.
I know.
Doesn't he?
Bad time to take a sip of water there.
Really bad time. Very bad time.
Almost came out my nose there. This really is the pog that goes wrong.
Yeah, yeah, okay. But we have Rebecca back.
What a time to join.
Yeah, bring us out of this madness. Bring us out of this madness, Rebecca. And what is your pick of those weekend's fixtures? You've seen West Brom, I think, before your Wi-Fi went off.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi went off, and then my computer started updating.
Oh, but if so, work.
So it completely just shut off and updated, but hopefully it has worked. Yeah, West Brom, the comparison to them at the start of the season to now has been quite a big downwards hill, I'd say. I don't think that's the saying. I think I've just made something up there. But it's just one of them. Their current run of form just isn't great at all. They have, 3-2 against Middlesbrough. It's always looking to be a tough match when you look at the table, especially with Middlesbrough sitting in second. But then it's one of them where it's just the downfall for me with West Brom. The form just isn't there. And I mean, holding it to 3-2, it was pretty decent game, but it was coming back from 2-0, thinking, right, we've got 2-2. They just could not hold on to it. And then, I mean, Isaac Price scoring for West Brom's always going to be a good one, but I just feel like it's going to be interesting to see how they can pick up again and see if they can get their form back.
Yeah, it was a last-minute goal as well, wasn't it, from Borough to win it? And it keeps that title race massively open. Graham's wading in again on the football tops. Nothing but football shirts. Extreme that Simon. Trousers are a must-wear, especially in this weather, like, isn't it? Especially in this weather. But yes. Oh, and Aled, those months have gone quickly. Member for 8 months. Thank you very much for that, Aled. And we massively appreciate your membership. And if you want to become a member, I will tell you about it later on. But look, I just want to pick one result out here. It's actually two results because it's the same team, but it's midweek as well. Watford, because Watford were playing Millwall. Watford lost to Millwall and also then drew last night. And when I was on the All About Watford podcast, I said that Watford would get promoted and put the massive heckles on them. So, as always, never listen to a goddamn word I say. But moving on to midweek, because it was full fixture list, I think, apart from one or two. But Rebecca, since we left you before, you can go first on this one.
I mean, I'm going to say it again. West Brom, 5-0 for Norwich. That was a shock for me. I mean, again, Norwich haven't been the greatest team this season. And it has been quite a tough one for them. But I really didn't expect them to go and beat West Brom 5-0. I mean, like I've said, West Brom have their problems, but then so do Norwich. They've been sitting in the relegation for quite a bit, but they do seem to be pulling a few results together. I think that was like the third win on the bounce now. So, and it's a good win as well to get five different goal scorers. It's one of them where it was a needed win for them, but I do have to say, like, the fears are there for West Brom. I think Blackburn as well. That's another one that, I mean, they've dropped into the relegation now with the current results around them. And it's my brother is a Blackburn fan. It's one of them. The panic is there and the worries are there with the current form and the current team that they've got. And it's just, it doesn't seem to be getting any better. If anything, it's going in the opposite direction for Blackburn. So it will be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out for them.
Yeah. Do you think they'll sack the manager? Because I know he's been on the brink for about a year now, hasn't he? So it's Valerie Ishmael, isn't he? He's still there, isn't he? I think he's still there. So yeah, it's looking bad for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think something does need to change for them if they are to try and pull themselves out of where they currently are. But it's going to be an interesting one because, I mean, Blackburn haven't been in the greatest place for quite some time now with that ownership and all of that. So it will be very interesting to see what can happen and what does happen.
Yeah, we do have a rant alert coming up, so prepare. I think everyone's had raw bacon for the breakfast, and everyone's in a bad mood. Everyone's in a bad mood with We've gone on football tops. I wonder what Cap Allen's going to go for next. Until then, though, Chloe, what's took your eye on this one?
I think we need to talk about Preston and Hull with the incident that took place. The player's name has slipped my mind as to who it was, but what is he thinking? Why go in for the headbutt like that? I mean, Claire obviously chime in as well with it, but just my main question is why?
What a dick! And
literally,
the problem is he is such a good footballer, but now it's like the third thing. He like headbutted somebody. Obviously, this time got like banned for ages for being racist. And there was something else as well, wasn't there? I can't remember. Was it biting somebody?
Yeah, he bit somebody.
It was.
Yeah, and like. Then there's all the things behind his private life. He's been banned from driving for getting like 12 points on his license, and then stuff in his personal life with his wife that obviously come out. Like, you have to think, if he could sort his head out, where would he be in football? Because he is such a good footballer, but at the same time, how long can Preston keep defending him? Because do you really want that kind of character to, like, harm the reputation of your club?
Yeah.
Like, clearly, he doesn't give a shit about his reputation himself. He just wants to be seen like the twat that he is. But, like, what about your teammates? What about your manager? What about the staff around you? Do you not care?
Yeah. It's a strange one, isn't it? Because, as you said before, he is a good footballer. You're right. He's just obviously got something in his head that he's got a monstrous screw loose. Hasn't he? I mean, like, how you can, he's been banned, and this Graham's bringing this up there. He's on top of that one. He bit someone, got banned for being a racist, and now he's come on got headbutts, which is at least a 3-game ban. But I don't know if because he's got, also had bad behaviour. He's got a record of bad behaviour, whether they extend that or not. And the problem being is, if you're a Preston fan, I mean, obviously, when you're looking at him normally, he's someone where you look, if Preston want to sell him, they could probably get a little bit of money for. But who's going to take a chance at him? The fact he's like...
But also, right, and you can't headbutt people. You can't do it. But can we just talk about the way that the Hull player went down like a sack of spuds?
Because, he went down like he got shot in the face, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did.
It was a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah. But I think with that, because he knew it was him, he thought, well, you know what I mean?
Probably.
That's probably what it was.
I'm trying to condone it, but you can't.
Yeah, it's out there, not excluding their but the praise reaction. It was absolutely embarrassing. But yeah, Alan's still typing his rant, so this is going to be absolutely brilliant. And Husky, hello, by the way. I think he's getting an 8-match ban.
It's Kyle.
Oh, wow.
Kyle, that's the one. But that's mad. It's absolutely mad. But yeah, I mean, a good result though.
Rovers hated that, Chloe.
Oh no.
Is a City fan.
Well, I'm going to try and put it behind me. This is a family-friendly space, guys. It's all love here. It's fine. It's fine.
We all have our crosses to bear.
I'm just going to cry off camera. It's fine.
But I mean, the incident has taken a lot away from the result, Chloe, hasn't it? Because that's a great result for Hull. 3-0 away to Preston in and around the playoffs. It's a fantastic result as well. Take away the incident, and as I said before, they're on fire.
Yeah, no, 100%. I couldn't have put it better myself, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mind you, having said that though, Preston have lost 3 in a row now. I think one was in the cup, but and they've not scored a goal in 3 games either.
No, they haven't. No,
the FA Cup, didn't they, by Wigan? But then they've lost two league games after it. So I wonder if they're about to come into a bit of a slump. Yeah,
maybe. I mean, they're probably shooting well above the weight because they nearly went down last year. They were that team that dropped like hell, didn't they? And the fact that they've got themselves back into a decent position, fair play to them. Yeah. And thing is, with the Championship, bar the top 3 who run away with it, and maybe Hull as well, everyone can beat anyone, can't they? You know, there's kind of results that there's always a surprise in the Championship. You know, look at the West Brom and Norwich game and stuff like that. It's mad. But Claire, what else is taking your fancy there?
I mean, you can't not say about how well Middlesbrough are doing again. Obviously, Rebecca mentioned them before, but more for how bad West Brom are doing at the minute. But I think Middlesbrough are absolutely flying. And Coventry seems to be back on form as well, don't they? Because they've definitely had a bit of a worrying blip. I think my words to my friend Sharm when they were playing on Saturday, and I think I feel like I'm losing my mind here, but they were 1-0 down, weren't they? Yeah, they were 1-0 down.
Yeah.
And I messaged Sharm and I said, this slump is slumping. They need to sort it out. And he was like, yeah, we really do. But obviously, they seem to be. And it was a really good win at the end, like 5 minutes from the end on Saturday. And then obviously they've backed it up again on Tuesday. So, I mean, despite the fact that, you know, Coventry seems to be rivals with everyone because they haven't got a proper rival, they're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean that the game against Leicester is a bit of a rivalry, isn't it? But the fact that they've beat, you know, a team in a derby, saying in very much inverted commas, but they're a team that's in and around them in Millwall. I think it's 2 good results for them, and they had to do it though because Ipswich and Borough are flying. And I want to kind of touch on Ipswich because there was a game I watched. Was it last night or the night before? I can't remember when it was now, but it was a Jack Clark masterpiece. 2 goals from Jack Clark, former Sunderland man. And they're on fire. And I said this a couple of weeks ago, and I'll say it again. And I'm sorry to Simon in the chat, but I think Leicester will win the league. And I'm sure Simon won't be bothered because as long as they finish first or second, Ipswich, sorry. I think Ipswich will win the league. Do you remember when we had that argument about Ipswich? I mean, you were right in the end. And I was like, no, they're going to drop off. I'm now saying they're going up and they're going up as champions. That's my prediction. So look forward to when we're talking in 6 weeks' time and I haven't won a game. Because it will happen. And we've got another match report from Graham. This is Derby at home. Another red card for visiting team. Short version. Thank you. First half, we were awful. Seemed nervous to go forward. Second half, massively improved, but gave ourselves too much to do at 2-0 down. Where's his other bloody one? I'll find it. Hang on. There we are. Gap to bottom 3 closing. So squeaky bum time, and we go to the Bermondsey lot on Saturday lunchtime. So that should be fun. And then Simon from the Coventry one is a tough game. Poor goal to concede and wouldn't have had any complaints if it finished a draw because Millwall were really good. But that's kind of what it is about teams at the top that find ways to win, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? That's actually what happens. You know, good sides find ways to win, and they're the ones who go up ultimately. So that is all. I mean, Alid, here we are. He's Alid's rant. I have never seen a side so as bad that at home we were midway through our stint in non-league. Majority of the time, Leicester players were on the floor. What was the score here? 1-1. They get slightly tapped and they dive to the floor. Whenever we had a decent counter attack, one of their players went down again. It's called shithousery, mate. Get used to it. Yeah. And the ref didn't catch on to it at all, and he was giving them majority decisions, big club bias, even despite the antics from the Leicester players. So yeah. And Simon makes a good point. If Ipswich had started the season the way they were currently, there'd be no doubt. They'd no doubt be in the position that Coventry are, and I agree with that. But I think they're the 2 best sides in the league. And I think they'd be the 2 that go up. But shall we have a look at the league table? Because it is quite interesting. So Coventry is still top, as they've been pretty much all season. Borough, they're in second. Ipswich in third. But Ipswich do have a game in hand. As do Hull. I think we need to start saying Hull are in the top 2. Like top 2 talk now. With a game in hand and only 5 points off. I think they are. We're going to have to start talking about that. Preston North End and Millwall complete the playoff positions. Watford are just outside, although they were in it when I said they'd go up. So there we go. But a few teams below there. You look at Stoke, Wrexham, Derby coming into it as well. We'll not mention Bristol City because Chloe's on. And the bottom three, as Rebecca pointed out, Blackburn Rovers, Oxford United, Sheffield Wednesday. So Norwich are out of it now. But then look how close that is from Sheffield United down. It's 4 points. So it's going to be such an interesting end of the season. Sorry, Alid. I'll have a look, see if we've got it back. No, I did that one, didn't I? Wasn't any more after that. Sorry, man.
Alid, you can't be crying when you've
True.
drawn 1-1. Just crack on with it. You're going to get shit housing teams and they annoy you, but...
Well, I've definitely read it out. He's put 3 and I've definitely read them out. So, I'm moving on. I'm moving on to League One. Claire, let's on about a very, very good game down there at Stockport. 3-2 against the struggling Rotherham.
I mean, Rotherham are nowhere near as bad as the league position says they are. And I'm actually going to say if they play as well as they did on Saturday, they'll get out of trouble. Yeah, they weren't bad at all. So obviously it was a game of own goals, really, wasn't it? And I actually...
I completely forgot.
As I said before, I was messaging Graham, and at the time, and Graham will back me up, I said to Graham, wait for it. This own goal is definitely going to go viral. And what happened? Everywhere you look on social media, Keeper Hinchliffe makes a howler. Yeah, all right. Ben loves to make a howler. He doesn't make silly mistakes. He makes massive mistakes. And it was, you know what? It's funny. Let's be honest. It's just funny. Like, it's a freak thing to happen. Anyway, so we were 1-0 up after 13 minutes through an own goal. And then they equalised through the Calamitous own goal, where, in case anybody's not seen it, which I'm sure you all have, because like I say, it's gone viral, and you're all football fans. So Hinchliffe has tried to set off Stokes, and he's just kicked the ball into the backside of Joseph Oluwu, who was trying to bend down to get out of the way because he sees what's happening.
Can I quickly point out, I know you said, and I probably agree, it probably is more on the goalkeeper, but why is he done that?
Because he was trying to get out of the way. He saw what Ben was about to do it for.
But if that had hit off his head, right? If that had hit off his head or his back, it had gone over the bar. It hit off the softest part of his body.
Yeah, you've got like a split second to make a decision, on you. And I think him bending over like he did just makes it even funnier. Yeah. So anyway, then we've gone 2-1 up in the 55th minute through another own goal. And then they've equalised again. And then we've got a winner through Andresen in the 76th minute. But one of the own goals, to be quite honest, has now been awarded to Josh Stokes. And actually, when you look at it, and I'll send it you all in the pod chat in a bit if I can find it, it's actually really, really clever defending. So the keeper was trying to claim a foul, and in my opinion, it's never a foul. But he actually backheels it into the net, which he didn't see at the time, and that's obviously why it went down as an own goal. But I also just wanted to say, like, Stokes is coming on loan, obviously, very, very recently from Bristol City. Sorry, Chloe.
Boo.
But he is outstanding. Like, I've wanted to sign him since we saw him play for Aldershot when they beat us in the FA Cup a couple of years ago. And I was like, wow, he's an incredible player. Boldly gonna say that he is gonna be like the spark that helps us to, you know, get back into form. Like, we need another couple of players, don't get me wrong, but he's just come in and hit the ground running. He's got 3 goals in 2 games. And it's not all about scoring goals. Obviously, he's an attacking mid, but he looked really, really good, and he looks like the player that we wanted to sign. There's been a bit of moaning over county socials today because apparently we're about to sign for quite a bit of money Adam Sidibe, who is at Dunfermline in the Scottish Championship. So there's been 3 bids rejected, and then apparently we've agreed a bid now. But he's out of contract in the summer, so I hope we're not paying like too much for him. He was actually like in non-league, like step 7 or something before he joined Dunfermline, and a lot of our fans are like, "Oh, he's nowhere near League One level." But I'm going to be honest, I can't judge that because I've never seen him play. So hopefully, if he comes in, you know, he's been scouted quite a bit and they know what he's going to bring. But reassuring is, and you've heard me say all season so far, we look really bad. Like, we're actually starting to look better. And obviously it's a really crucial time of year as well. I think now you have to really get your shit together if you want to go and be successful. But I think we're coming good at the right time, just ready for us to go and get beat by Cardiff on Saturday. But again, having said this, we've got the best away form in the league. Again, jinxing us for Saturday.
And it's going to be a cracking game. And
so yeah, obviously I used to go to nearly every away match. But now I kind of pick, like, obviously days is 3, so I really don't go very often anymore. I took it to Wigan in August, and that's the only away game I've done this season. So I'm actually like really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And because like everyone hates a 12:30 kickoff, but I'm actually buzzing for it because I'll get home for bedtime.
There you go. That's all you want. Just before we move on to get everyone else's thoughts on League One, we have the Desmond Klaxon. I don't know what the hell that was. Luton to E2. So Graham with his Desmond Klaxon, and I am not going to say that alarm ever again because that was shit. Claire, just before we move on again, is there any other games that pick your mind? Yeah. I'm thinking you're going to say Burton Albion Huddersfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that, and I think when you look at Huddersfield's squad, like, what the fuck? I mean, obviously, I know they're in 6th now, but they've really struggled. And like, if you look, they're like 13 points off 2nd, I want to say. So it's quite a long way. I know obviously we're quite a few points off 2nd as well, but 13 points is quite a long way off, and there's obviously it's quite close towards the end of the playoffs. I just think Huddersfield have really disappointed this season, but then again, like I say, a lot of clubs have, but Burton are really, really struggling. They pulled themselves out a bit, so obviously they've just been in the bottom 4 pretty much all season. But I really, really, really do rate their manager. I think Gary Bowyer is doing a great job. I think it's a great job on small budget. They're a little fish in a big pond, aren't they, really? Because they're a really small club. But I think they're just managing to grind a few results out right now. Obviously, I know they're playing right now and Lincoln are winning, but come on, Burton, do us a favour. But no, I think that was a really outstanding result, and also look below it, Exeter beating Stevenage 3-0.
Yeah, I'm going to dip into that one actually in a bit, so don't say too much. I'm not going to say that much about it, but
no more.
Just quickly, Graham, time finally went out for Lee Clark. I think you might mean Lee Grant. I don't know if Lee Clark's managing there. I hope he isn't. I hate Lee Clark. Rebecca, what is taking your eye in this wonderful array of results?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm just picking all of like the teams to talk a bit like negatively about tonight. But no, I do feel quite sorry for Port Vale at the minute. They got a bit of a good run together. They had their 3 wins, and then Mansfield came and in the party for them. But no, it is just very, very unfortunate for Port Vale. But big win for Mansfield. Feel as though like the Luton and Lincoln match is a strong one as well. I think Lincoln just became my adopted League One side on the EFL Show. And I don't know how they just I've always spoke about Lincoln, but again they've been one of the teams that have been really up and down. So it's a positive point for them, and I feel like Luton pulling back a few decent runs as well. Yeah, it was a pretty. I think like Chloe's already it's already been covered of the Burton match as well. That's a huge result for them. And I mean, if they can get a point tonight, that's another good one for them. But yeah, it was a decent weekend for results.
It was. Just very quickly, we've got Sam in the chat. We've got the boss. So everyone, be on your best behaviour, and I hope you are listening because you put the wrong damn music on. So there you go. Evening, wonderful people. Hope you're having a good time. Up the Oggy Oggy Pasties. The Oggy Oggy Pasties would have been having a wonderful time because Plymouth beat Peterborough, which is a great result for Plymouth Argyle. Really good result. And look at this. Look at this in the chat, Rebecca. Rebecca 6. That's unfair. That's harsh.
See, this might just be me having a bit of a dumb moment, but I don't know what it means.
I'm taking no Rebecca slander in this podcast, please. No Rebecca slander. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I got your back, girl. I got your back.
It is true, though.
What?
It means you support loads of teams, Rebecca.
She just likes football. That's what it is. She just likes football.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, see, Rebecca's like, yeah.
And it's only 3, so there you go.
Four now.
No, they just became the team I always research for the podcast, Lincoln.
Yeah.
It was while Ethan Hamilton.
He knows
it was while Ethan Hamilton were there. They just kind of became my go-to team, but he's left. But they've kind of just stuck there.
I thought we were friends.
I do apologise. Just like mixing it up.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play. And Chloe, is there anything else on there that you'd like to talk about before I start talking about Exeter?
There is indeed. Cardiff. What a result for them.
They're paying you for this, so what?
Oh, what's that? Is my Lloyd's just going off? That was a tenner sent through, I think, to my bank account to talk about. No, I'm kidding. But no, I talk with him a lot about Cardiff, which is why I always say I know horribly too much about them. But what a result for them! I think. Yeah. In the reverse fixture, obviously, they got beaten and there were quite a bit of nerves going around this one, particularly from my partner, if you will, in terms of going there thinking, he has this theory as well that apparently Cardiff don't do well against teams that start with B. So at least this has broken his theory with this. But genuinely, what a result, because Valley Parade is a hard place to go. As it is, but I think for them as well, it's that extra little confidence boost they needed. I have to as well mention the embargo that they were under. I had a field day of making jokes about it to my partner, one of which was that I like to say that they were under a BBM embargo because their manager Barry Murphy, BBM. Thank you very much, Claire, for the laugh. Which they've tried to say it, but it doesn't. They've obviously come out and said this hasn't affected our transfer plans, but I do feel like it's thrown a little bit of a spanner in the works because they've gone, I think it's like 16 or 17 days now into the window where they weren't able to make any signings. Yes, they've got quite a strong squad as it is anyway, because Barry Murphy's kind of structure is around the youth and stuff, but there are areas of the squad that I do think need just like that extra person as a bit of cover. When I went to the Cardiff Huddersfield game, they were talking about how particularly they wanted an extra person up top as cover for Yusuf Salak as well, but he's obviously signed on now, which is brilliant for Cardiff to have him signed on, because is everything okay there, Claire?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. right, just so you explain, so you know I'm not being horrible about anybody. I might need your help to like keep the thing going. Daisy came home from preschool with a teddy called Hetty, and she has to keep Hetty for a week, and we have to make memories as a family with Hetty. And I text Sam, my husband, saying, we've got a guest staying over until Wednesday. And he put, what are you on about? So I put, we've got a house guest staying over for a week, Sam. And he put, who? So I put Hetty. And he's always put, who the hell is Hetty?
There's a song about that, isn't it?
What do you say? To not give it away that it's a Teddy.
I thought you were still laughing about the BB embargo.
I was going to say, I was like, I know it's a good joke, but damn, I didn't realise it was that funny.
Well, that was.
Thank you. But I'll try and wrap up my Cardiff talk as quick as I can, because I'm disgusting myself with it. But I have got to say, Brian Barry Murphy, I actually attended an event on Monday. Cardiff did an event with the Ludo in Cardiff around like Blue Monday and everything. And they did actually a live Q&A with Brian Barry Murphy. And it was very interesting hearing him talk about kind of all different bits. Like, he was getting questions left, right and centre. There was one person as well in the crowd who, kudos to this guy for even noticing it, but he was like, oh, I noticed I think it was like pass percentage was lower than normal. Did we change that because of Bradford and da-da-da-da-da? And hearing all these different little bits and stuff, I just thought it was really insightful to hear. And BBM knows a lot. I think there was some nerves going into it because of obviously what's happened before with Rochdale. He took them down, but I think he's really proved a lot of people wrong. I think they are nailed on favourites now to win as well. This win this weekend has just given them even more hope. So obviously, who knows though what happens on Saturday, Claire, because they are beatable. They have been beaten. So who knows? Although all I'm saying is I have only ever seen Cardiff lose once when I've gone in person, and that was to Chelsea. Any other time that I've been, every time I've been in the league, then if you will, Cardiff have always won, because we have a joke about how I'm a good luck charm, and I hate that. So
record needs to be broken.
Well, fingers crossed, but just don't tell Ben.
On the back of what you've said, obviously I've been paying quite a close attention to Cardiff this season, and like Ben will tell you as well, and I don't know if you remember it, but they were so lucky to get a point at Edgeley Park.
Yes.
So lucky. We should have won about 4-0. But hey ho, like I'm not I'm not bad man about it.
You're not bitter about it at all, eh?
No, like, I'm genuinely not, because like we said before, good teams find a way of grinding results out, and that's what they did. But Brian Barry Murphy has been tremendous for Cardiff, and I think probably even Cardiff fans were a bit like apprehensive and probably filled with a bit of trepidation, because like he has been a flop previously, like let's be honest, but obviously he's taken like the lessons that he's learned since having that horror spell at Rochdale, and he's just absolutely smashed it, hasn't he? Like, he obviously learned a lot at City, and that's clearly done in the world of good, because he's doing a phenomenal job, I have to say. And if you finish a card, if you win in the league, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You've got us thinking about the old biscuits with BM by calling Barry Murphy BBM. I think that's hilarious.
Oh, Chloe won't.
I feel that's gone straight over my head. I feel like you could see.
Oh, do you not know what a BM biscuit was?
BM.
Is that what the rest of the podcast is now? It's just this.
Oh, yeah. Sod League 2. We're just going to sing the BM song. But I did laugh at this one. I'm so old. BBM means BlackBerry Messenger to me. Yeah, agreed. Again, I don't think Chloe knows what a BlackBerry Messenger is.
Again,
what?
Yeah. Straight over the head.
BlackBerry Messenger?
No.
God, why
Am I going to go into hiding? I'm going to do League 2 out of shot.
Yeah.
God, imagine ruining Nokia 3310.
Oh, yeah.
Is that is that the one that they call a brick?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Not the original brick, but I imagine a texting on one of them.
Wasn't the original brick a Samsung 121 or a Samsung 21 something or other? And it was literally like a cricket bat. It was huge. And it had an antenna. You used to pull the antenna out. Oh, I had one back in the day before Chloe and Rebecca were even born. Yes, I'm old. But I do want to bring this up because Sean has said, oh, God, do we have to talk about the Wickham game? I'm always a man for the people. Northampton Town 1, Wickham 2. Northampton Town went behind after 17 minutes through Fred Onyedimna for Wickham. Northampton Town then equalised through John Guthrie. But Wickham took the 3 points when Onyedimna got his second of the game. If I get the match highlights on, I would have shown them. But I can't. I won't.
In Sean as well, they were shit.
Yeah. There we go. And just before we move on to League 2, I do need to mention Exeter City because Iloni from Sunderland, team you took the air of, who signed last Thursday, scored his first goal for Exeter, got the third one with a tap in and went absolutely mental. So fair play to Muir, and that will not be the last you'll hear of him because he's a wonderful player. Right, anyway, League 2. No, not League 2. We're going to talk about the league. League table. It is Cardiff leading the way there on 55 points, 6 points clear of Lincoln. I think that's pretty much sewn up, I've got to be honest. But it might all change when Stockport take 3 points off them on Saturday, we hope. Lincoln City are in second.
No
Bradford's Bradford, Stockport, Bolton, and Huddersfield make up the playoffs. Huddersfield in their own goals difference, or Luton are flying. Luton are doing really well. As are Wickham, who were nearly bottom of the league when they sacked Mike Dodds. So there you go. What a fantastic job.
Should have sacked him.
Is it Mike Duff who's got that job? Michael Duff got that?
Yeah, Wickham? Yeah, Michael Duff.
Yeah. He's done a remarkable job there. Like, I've once again hexed Blackpool because I thought they were doing fantastic. Thought they were having a fantastic run. I don't think they've won since, or even scored a goal. And they're now fourth off bottom, and actually only above Northampton Town on goals scored.
Yeah,
so there you are.
I didn't rate the managerial appointment. I think it was heart over head.
Possibly, but they were on a very good run, and then I had to open my mouth. And the bottom four, sorry, Sean, but it's Northampton Town, Doncaster Rovers, Rotherham United, who Claire thinks will get out of it, and Port Vale, who are down. Let's just be thinking there. I've got a cousin who supports Cardiff. Not sure where I stand when Stockport go away there. I've got a cousin who supports Liverpool. I don't support Liverpool.
I know.
Never mind, Alice. Anyway.
I was only joking, by the way. That seemed a bit aggressive, that didn't it?
I know, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry. If Mr. Luke's still here, there is a 0-0, Chesterfield versus Bromley. We do not talk about 0-0s on this podcast. Only if Chloe wants to talk about Oxford.
Sorry.
It's all right, don't worry. I think we will go to Rebecca first because it was her game 2 game down at Accrington. They didn't quite stand up to it, but this is a lovely message. This is a lovely message off Graham. Have to give Rebecca her flowers. I don't know what that means, by the way.
Like credit or kudos.
Do you know what? Aaron said it loads of times at the FCAs, and I was like, what does that mean? But anyway, I have to give Rebecca her flowers with the flowers emoji. There we go. I know how hard she worked for the HK2 dedicated game last Saturday and how much effort she put in. So to see such a success was amazing. Proud of you, B. That is wonderful. Thank you, Graham. And Rebecca, take it away.
Yeah, I'll quickly cover the match and then talk a bit about the dedicated fixture. the match wasn't great. You could tell we'd had 2 weeks off. I feel like that had quite a big impact. We had a really good Christmas, really positive run over that, and then to then be hit with, I know a lot of teams are the same, hit with 2 postponements. It just couldn't have come at a worse time for us with the form, but MK Dons just capitalised on our mistakes. It was a few miscommunications in the defence and a bit of a pass that went a bit skew with and catty wampus that just ended up with MK Dons capitalising and taking their chances, and not much we could do. But we did have a few chances. Nothing came of them, but all in all, I know this is going to sound stupid. The result didn't really matter to me because the pre-match, the build-up, everything else, with her game 2 was just amazing. I cannot thank the players, staff, fans enough, and even MK Dons fans were getting stuck in with everything that we had planned and that we were doing, which was really nice. Never did I think I would see the Accrington squad in bucket hats. I thought I'd push my limit and reach my limit last season, getting them in cowboy hats. One up it this year, we had them all in bucket hats, and it was amazing. We had a lot of females coming to their first ever match, and it was just such a positive day. And the message of her game 2 was spread far and wide, and I don't think the smile came off my face with how good it felt and how nice of a day it was. We had all the players wearing the t-shirts as well with her game 2 logo on it. And it was just really positive and just really fun, minus the result.
And fair play, we say it on this pod all the time, but the amount of work you've done behind the scenes and obviously working with that now, amazing. I bet you had a wonderful day. Yeah,
it was really good. And then very exciting news that came out today of we have signed a player, which is really exciting.
Let's get the Sky Sports yellow ticker across the bottom.
We have signed Luke Butterfield on loan from Chesterfield, an ex-Everton under-21 player, so that's even better. No, it was really exciting. I got to film the behind the scenes and be part of him signing today, which is really good. That content is all out on the Accrington page. So hopefully see him make his debut this weekend when we travel to Walsall, which will be a very tough match, but we then have Newport on Tuesday, so it's quite a interesting current run that we could be putting together, but hopefully bounce back from MK Dons and have a good week.
Yeah. Well, Rebecca, from me as well, just to say a really massive well done, because I think obviously the work that you're doing is just absolutely outstanding, and you're doing it not just for yourself but for other people as well, and you're showing other little girls that, not that you're a little girl, you're showing little girls that there's a space there for them, and not just through her game too, but what the work that you're doing with Accrington as well. You should just be really proud of yourself.
Thank you. I'm getting emotional now.
No.
You're still I'm only joking.
And every day is a school day. Every day is a school day. I think the term is in relation to theatre opera, where at the end of the show, at the start, is given a bouquet for their great performance. That's what giving their flowers means. Thank you so much for that, Graham. And there is a lot of love in the chat, Rebecca. Rebecca, our superstar. That's from Sam. Signed and announced on a superb high-quality phone too. No, it was a Nokia 3310. So let's move on to Bristol Rovers, Chloe. You said it was your birthday, celebrating 22, Taylor Swift, and they got beat 1-0 off Colchester United. So the floor is yours.
Do we have to talk about them? No, we do. Which I also want to say, surprisingly, I'm a Swiftie. Well, that's not surprising. And I've got my Taylor Swift jumper on. I didn't once play 22 on my birthday. So I don't know what I was playing at. Never once played 22 by Taylor Swift on my birthday. But anyway, enough kind of distracting from talking about Rovers. Where do I even begin? I feel like so much has happened, even just with the club since the last time I was on the pod. Obviously, we've had a change of manager, which was a tough one for me. I think I do just want to briefly touch on that, just because anyone who knows me knows I am a massive, massive Daryl Clark fan. You know, what he did the first time at the club. I'm also very lucky that as well, on my 21st birthday, he actually agreed to meet me as a surprise after the match. So even after he was at Barnsley at the time, even after they'd lost 2-1, he still made the time out of his evening to surprise me for my birthday. So even little bits like that. And he's been so supportive with like everything to do with Her Game Too and like little bits that I've been doing. So there's a lot of love for him. So seeing him obviously be sacked, I understand the run of form that we were on was not great. You know, you're never going to see a manager survive that run of form, but I think this one for me was particularly hard because there's that emotion in that appointment for me. But moving kind of on, we're having to look forward. I don't want to dwell too much on the past. We are obviously now in the Steve Evans era, someone who I wouldn't have thought that we would have gone for, to be honest with you, but pleasantly surprised. I know we lost on the weekend, but I want to talk a little bit just before we talk about that game. This transfer window, Evans means business. You can tell that with the clear out that we have been having. All 5 loan players that we signed at the start of the season, gone. Which I agree with, apart from Joel Cotterill from Swansea. I would have liked to have kept him because I did think he was very good. But whether Swansea did recall him, like they tweeted, or whether he was sent back, I don't know. But it was a bit of a shame to see him go. The other 4, no real thoughts or feelings. I can understand them going back. We've also cleared out some more players as well. Yesterday, we announced that we shipped out Sartoriu. Good riddance, in my opinion. Rule Sartoriu, as some people on Twitter were saying, the streets will forget. I think he was too busy offering fans out in the car park rather than trying to put the ball in the back of the net. But the less said, the better on that. But yeah, just with what Evans has been doing, you can really tell that he means business this window. I think as much as, do I think we'll go down? Probably not. But no, I think he obviously wants to do as much as he can to just try and pull us more into safety so that we can have a bit more of a comfortable run into the second half of the season. You know, earlier in the month, we beat Shrewsbury 3-0, which was really nice. I actually forgot what it felt like to celebrate a goal and then also a win. So that was a very nice feeling. Obviously, the Barrow game then getting called off. So we had a bit of an extended break. Plymouth, obviously in the week then in the EFL Trophy. I'm kind of covering all the games now rather than just this one, so you're welcome. Which was a very interesting game. Unfortunately, was just a gut-wrenching to concede in the 94th minute, but it was an entertaining game to say the least. Whereas this game now that I'm about to talk about, the complete opposite. It really wasn't entertaining at all. Goodness, I feel like a draw would have been a fair result, really. There wasn't much going on, but the goal that Colchester scored, you can't really fault it. However, I do want to also comment on the refereeing performance because I feel like the standard of refereeing anyway in League Two is quite poor, but the refereeing performance that we saw on Saturday, I thought was diabolically bad. There is a reason why Colchester's manager spoke out after the game and said that was the best refereeing performance he's ever seen. It's because he kept falling for every single trick that they were dealing. And I know, obviously, Ant, you were like earlier on, shithousery and all that lot, but my God, I was tearing out my hair from it, genuinely.
We've just had it done, so hopefully not.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, thankfully, this was before I got it done, but so it's all good now. But I just, yeah, it wasn't an entertaining watch at all. Obviously, it was devastating to lose that again. There's a lot kind of obviously going on with the club as well in terms of still questions around the ownership and all of that stuff. But I'm not going to get into that because I'd just rather not. But looking ahead, Salford away, I'm not sure really how I'm feeling about it. Obviously, They're coming off a good run. I think they beat Swindon on the weekend, which is a good result. So I'm not really sure how we're going to cope. But then looking ahead after that, we've actually got Newport then at the end of the month, which who knows?
Oh, you'll beat them. Everyone beats Newport. You're fine there.
Yeah, well, I feel like now you've cursed us. So if you've cursed us...
do you want us to see Newport will win? Because the opposite will probably happen.
Although we're an anomaly with that. We got beat off them at home 1-0. So I think we've had our loss, so it's fine.
See, we beat them last time at their place, but we went from, I think it was like a comfortable 4-0 win to then it being 4-3, which I really thought if we throw this away and it's on Sky Sports, I will be majorly embarrassed. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot of uncertainty around the club. I think the fan base is still very split. We're not having the season that we thought we'd have. I think a lot of people thought that we would be a lot higher and that we'd be pushing for promotion, particularly bringing back in the likes of Daryl Clark. What's truly gone wrong? I feel like I was talking about this last time. I don't know, but hopefully now under Evans, we can start to pick that form back up. We don't really do new manager bounces at Bristol Rovers. That's not us, but I'm hoping now maybe if we can make a couple more signings. We announced, I think it was a winger today on loan from Tottenham, and we made a couple more signings as well. So if we can maybe just get 1 or 2, maybe more, I think we will be okay. We will be okay, she says. But it's just not the season I thought we'd be having. I thought I'd be a lot happier this season, but who knows? Because then again, a couple of years ago, we were bottom of the league, but somehow managed to get promoted on the final day of the season under a manager that we don't need to mention or talk about. So I'm going to shut up about Bristol Rovers because there's other people on the pod as well. So there you go.
Yeah, we'll never.
Do you think?
That,
I've got a question for you. Do you think you're in danger of like dropping, or do you think you'll be all right?
I think we'll be okay because what I've been saying is there is somehow teams worse than us in the league. I think it's Newport's time 100% to go down. They've been flirting with relegation for the past couple of years now.
And it's obviously about Harrogate drops as well.
Exactly. Well, Harrogate are obviously looking at it. But I would say now, I reckon it's going to be Newport and Shrewsbury. Because Shrewsbury, when we played them on, I think it was New Year's Day, they really looked poor. Like really poor.
Harrogate.
Yeah, who knows? But I just think after seeing what I saw of Shrewsbury, and they have a lot of ex-Bristol Rovers players, by the way, I think it could be their time to go down as well. But who knows? I could be wrong, and Harrogate might go down. But I think Shrewsbury as well they're in real trouble of going down. But I think we'll be okay. I've got trust in Evans to keep us up.
That's another team I put the hex on, Shrewsbury. A couple of years ago, said to get playoffs.
Fine by me.
That was in League One. That was in League One. I said to get the League One playoffs. Had a dreadful season, got relegated last year, and are in the bottom 3 this year. Yeah. Again, don't listen to a word I say. Well, Kyle's put, I have a very big feeling that a certain team from League Two might just stay up the season, even though I don't want them to. I think he's
Whoa. I was about to say that was a nice message until that bit in the end.
Yeah. Just going back to the Nokia 33-10, Snake will never be beaten. Absolutely 100% correct. What the best game that's ever been made, and it will not be beat.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Can't stand a man, but getting Steve Evans is a great move. He will definitely get you to safety. And then we're going to have to stop these. I'm going to stop these comments because he's skinny now. Does Steve Evans go to Greggs before the game?
I was going to say, exactly. This is
it could have had half a sausage roll. Or
one. Who knows?
He might have had a vegan sausage roll.
Could have had 1 sausage roll instead of 4 sausage rolls. And, like, it was well documented that he used to go to Greggs. Like, it wasn't just a thing. Like, I can't remember what player said that he turned up in his office, like, at 9 a.m. and he had sausage rolls all over him, pastry.
Dear Lord. I mean, all I'm saying is there was a couple years ago as well, again, a controversial manager that I'm not going to name called Steve Evans. I think it was a fat weeble. So if anything, Skinny Weeble's Barmy Army is what I'm calling it now because, you know, I'm bringing them all out tonight. BBM embargo and Claire's being attacked.
It was a moth.
It was, definitely.
Skinny Weebles Barmy Army, guys.
Yeah. Skinny Weebles Barmy Army is a great song that we all need to repeat. He's lost loads of weight, yeah, that's true. And then Graham with Chloe, you're now one of us with a referent. So welcome to the family. And there's a few comments here. You'll beat Salford. They have an FA Cup hangover. You can in a minute. 2 seconds. Yes, Chloe. Injury time at Lincoln. Thank you, Ants. You're very welcome. I'm not sure what that's for.
Come on, Burton.
Shrewsbury will also be in trouble with Michael Appleton in charge. Yeah. If Shrews get relegated, I'll be happy. I'll not be. Anyway, Claire, sorry, go.
No, I was just going to ask Chloe. I was looking at the next few matches, and I think you might struggle against Salford, to be honest, because I think they're flat.
Expecting it, yeah.
And like I'd said a while, like last season, I was like, I think Salford have hit the ceiling, like they're not going to go any further, but they're really flying. And then you've got Milton Keynes franchise, Newport, and then Walsall, Chesterfield, Cambridge, and they're all flying. And I think like it's the time that you really need to try, like obviously not on you, but try grinding out results. I hope it sorts itself out. But like I actually do think Steve Evans will keep you up for what it's worth. As much as we all like laugh about his former Greg's habits, I think is a really good manager, and I think he'll do a great job for you.
Yeah, I think even just with those, as much as they are a lot of tough fixtures, I think even if we can grind out some draws with those games, every point at this point matters. It's still, I believe, quite tight down the bottom, I want to say. You might need to flash up the table there just to back me up.
Would you like us to flash up the table?
Yes, please.
It
is quite-ish tight, and then it goes to Cheltenham on 30. So we're going to ignore Cheltenham, but still, every point does matter. And I think if we can just start picking up even draws, that'll also boost team confidence to show as well that we can do it. But who knows? Because Walsall away was where it all went wrong. So maybe
Walsall.
Yes. So the first half we were brilliant, and I thought this is class. We're ace. We're going up. Second half, don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I was dumbfounded. But who knows? Walsall at home, maybe the curse can do it.
Walsall.
Yeah, Walsall. Don't ask me what happened. Dad and I travelled. I was too stunned to speak on the way back, to be honest with you. I just put music on and I was like, I'm not talking about it.
Chloe, why are you calling it Walsall? It's an S. Walsall.
Am I saying it? Oh, don't pick on me in the West Country accent. Pick on someone else.
It's amazing. You need to say it again.
No! I'm just going to, do you know what? I'm just going to fade slowly off the camera. Whatever you want to talk about.
You probably think the same as us.
Graham, Walsall.
This has turned into Bully Chloe.
To be fair, though, Charlotte calls Bolton, so there we go. You'll never beat that. But Walsall, that's a new one for me. Here we go. He's more bullying. The Wurzels from Walsall.
Whoa! No. And no, actually, they are linked with Bristol City. As much as the Wurzels have some bangers, they've done songs for Bristol City, so. I'm not quite sure how to feel there.
I once went to a place called Bridgewater. I don't know if that's far from you or not, but they had
it's like proper southwest.
They had something called Summer Rock on, and the Wurzels played at that.
They are good. They have. I grew up listening to some of the Wurzels songs. They did a cover of Ruby by the Kaiser Chiefs, and I implore you to listen to it because it's.
Yeah, they did that when I saw them. Yeah, they were really good. Honestly,
it's very, very good. But yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna move on before I keep getting bullied. So over to you.
Shall we talk? Yeah, let's just talk about the Wurzels for.
Who's third in the table, Chloe? You know.
The team right there. That team.
Yeah.
Who we've got on Saturday.
The ones.
They play hockey.
They're the ones. They're just outside of Birmingham. You can see their stadium from the motorway. Their stadium used to be called the Poundland Stadium.
It did.
Yes.
I miss it being cold.
Isaac Hutchinson used to play there. That team. You guys have got the name. You don't need me to say it.
What is it? I'm not quite sure.
The second down on the right-hand side. They beat Tranmere 3-1.
Carry.
Right there. It's right
there. One more time.
Sam, they're bullying me.
Walsall versus Hackney Stanley.
Good night, guys. Good night.
And this is why Chloe's only been on twice this season.
Exactly. And this will be the last time you see me. No. Rage quit.
While you've been speaking, brilliantly, by the way, because I was really in depth about Bristol Rovers. I was enjoying that. But is there any other games that took your eye? Obviously, not Tranmere Rovers versus that team from Birmingham.
Yeah, we won't talk about that one. I mean, I'll touch briefly on Swindon because obviously they've got Ian Holloway there, Rovers legend. It was quite a surprise, but also as well, I heard they played each other in the FA Cup as well, which also that was free too. So thank you, Sam. Thank you. Which I believe as well, they've met, I want to say 3 times this season now, and every time it's been 3-2. I saw that stat online.
Really?
Which is crazy, I believe. Obviously, someone please fact check me. Their FA Cup result was also 3-2, so I'm not sure what's going on. Obviously, Swindon as well, there's a couple things going on in terms of, I know I wasn't on the pod last week, but I feel like you can't not talk about, obviously, what happened in the EFL Trophy with the admin error of fielding a player, but then him not being on the official team sheet. But then they also included that player in the end of match graphic and then also playing Ollie Clark, even though he is banned for until Swindon have played 7 matches. So there's a lot kind of going on there. So I'll keep it short and brief because I'm aware that I have talked a lot for League Two. So everyone is sick of me and hearing how I pronounce a team from Birmingham. No. So over to you.
Actually, I actually think you're really insightful and in-depth for what it's worth. But
thank you.
For what it's also worth, the last 3-2 against Salford and Swindon was in 2019.
Okay, so the stat I saw on Twitter was wrong. Good night, guys. It was a stat I saw on Twitter. So,
isn't Ollie Clark the one who got banned for sticking his finger up someone's arse?
Yes, and he was actually also at Rovers for a good old while. He was at
match. He broke someone's bollocks as well.
Yeah.
So that was the Cardiff game as well, because the report obviously came out on the FA's website, I think it was. And obviously they had to redact part of that because of what happened and also for the players' privacy, of course. But I was in quite a bit of shock when I read that because Ollie Clark was at Rovers for quite a few years, went to Mansfield then, and then I think he signed for Swindon there. But yeah, so he also somehow played even though his ban included the EFL Trophy. So there's a few bits going on there. And I thought Ian Holloway's interview as well was quite telling when he got questioned about it, but that's not League Two, that's the League Trophy, so I've diverted a little bit there. But yeah, it was interesting, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna stay quiet now and just drink my water.
Well, while you get a very well-deserved drink, Claire, what's took your fancy on this wonderful shit?
I mean, oh my God, am I shouting? Like, I'm definitely say to preface it, but my voice was echoing through my can of Pepsi Max.
So now, you now know how we all felt in that escape room then. In Manchester.
Do you know what? I feel like my ADHD was ADHD in that day.
Oh my God.
I was literally like, out of the way, let me do it.
Was it me, you, Josh, and Sam, or was it somebody else? Ben. I think the 4 of us will never go into an escape room ever again because we'll get post-traumatic stress disorder.
We got out.
We did get out though, and we did beat the other team. So there we go.
Yeah. So for me at the minute, Cambridge, because I think they've gone a little bit under the radar. They gave
Honestly, I'm literally breaking out in cold sweats just.
Yeah, but what was the best bit? That or the Airbnb that you wanted?
Oh, well, we showed that, didn't we? I think Drakey's seen that at the FCS. It might have been Chloe. It was either Drakey or Chloe who we showed that to. Yeah, when we stopped in Manchester.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like me and I walked in and like the smell of damp. But then we went in the living room and the collapsed.
We're losing Clara again to giggles.
The back door was wide open.
That door was open. I don't think anyone.
All over the kitchen.
I think the last person who stopped there would have been about 6 months prior when he hadn't cleaned up. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so Cambridge have got a bit under the radar. Right, so I think I've got really bad chest as well as hurting me like calm it.
So Claire, I think judging from what you were saying the last couple of times, I think Cambridge have gone under the radar. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cambridge have got a bit under the radar. They're doing really well, and I think that they've got the shooting up the league. They've not lost the
I've got tears.
They've not lost.
I told you everything would go wrong. Told you everything would go wrong.
This is killing me. And they haven't lost the league game since October. And, right, hold on. Right, I'm all right now. They haven't lost the league.
I might share that Airbnb video because I've still got it on my Twitter. I'll share it just in case people don't know what we're talking about.
Everyone needs to see this Airbnb. Yeah, so they haven't lost a league game since October, and they've been playing some really good football, and they've shot themselves up the league. But I think the game, because Fleetwood are doing really well as well. So to get a win there away is really good.
You got there. I'm so proud of you. Can we have a round of applause for Claire in the chat, please? And
that sounded like the most emotional match report ever.
That is my favourite. I am going to be rewatching that for days now. Oh God.
If you need a laugh. And we've got the wonderful, the beautiful Shah in the chat, just to bring a little bit of normality to the podcast. I see nothing has changed since I've been away. Well, it has. We played the wrong bloody music for a start, then Rebecca's internet went down, and then we spent the last 10 minutes trying to get a decent match report about Cambridge. But apart from that, everything's been swimmingly. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is an award-winning podcast. At the FCA Awards 2024. Anyway, Rebecca, follow that.
I think Cambridge have gone under the radar a bit.
Go on, Rebecca.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. Just some iron. No, I think Notts County that they've been doing apart from their loss to us on New Year's Day, they've been doing quite well in the league. They've pulled out a few decent results, and they've started making the moves up the table. I mean, the Tranmere and Walsall match, that one was, for me, it could have gone either way in terms of Walsall have been on like a positive run, but so have Tranmere, and I feel as though Tranmere are this team that are just slowly sneaking up, but then with how congested the table is at the minute, it's like we're the same. I think Oldham are grouped in this. We just don't seem to move. We just stay like 14th, 15th and 13th half of the time, but they have been getting some decent results, even though I am haunted by Tranmere after last season. But no, I feel as though, I mean, Gillingham getting the win against Newport, it's one of them where, like, Newport have been struggling. I don't want to say too much with us going there on Tuesday. I do not want to jinx it. But it was a very close one, but a decent result for Gillingham. And I just feel as though it's so entertaining how close the league is this season. And it's one of them where if you'd have told me that we'd have been closer to playoffs than we are relegation, sat in 14th, I wouldn't have believed it. And it's one of them, like, I know I'm coming back to Accrington at this point, but the turnaround that we've had this season of fans calling for the manager's head, we hit rock bottom of the league. We were, I think everyone, well, we didn't get predicted to go down, but a lot were hinting at us potentially going down. And then to now be thinking, well, what, like 9-10 points off playoffs? We're miles ahead of the bottom two, touch wood. I don't want to jinx anything. But it's one of them. It does look positive, and it does look like a quite exciting league that we could be ending the season with this season, of how close it is getting and how teams, like Chloe said, with Bristol getting some results under their belt, we could be seeing...
Who?
Bristol Rovers, sorry.
There we go, thank you very much. Bristol is a rugby team, as you were.
I do apologise. But like Bristol Rovers gain a few results under their belt, pulling higher up the league and moving away from the bottom two. It's exciting. I'm enjoying it for once. I'm not actually like having to worry about results at the minute, but I say all this, please don't jinx it now, Accrington.
Can't relate.
It'll get positive, hopefully.
I hope.
How well's Paddy Madden doing? I love him so much.
He's doing all right. He got his hat-trick against Swindon. First half of the season, we got the hat-trick. He's come in with a few goals. He's doing well. I feel like we just want a few more goals from him, and then... But yeah, he's a good addition to the team, and it's exciting. But yeah, I think it's one of them with injuries as well. I feel like when we get Tyler Walton back, having Sean Morley back in the side as well now after his injury, it's just if we add Tyler in, that front three is going to be very dangerous. And Isaac Keith as well, getting the delivery into Paddy Madden. He's a good addition to the team.
Do you think it's going to be a struggle when you lose Ben Ward?
Oh, she shot one there.
As far as I know, we ain't losing him.
Oh, shots fired back.
It's one of them. I think there's about 18 teams interested in him when you read all of the...
Wow.
I don't think it's 18. There's like 4 or 5, I think. I just over-exaggerated. But it's like 4 or 5, I think it is, teams are interested in him when you read all of the reports and stuff. So hopefully by the end of the window he is still ours. We just wait and see. But if the deadline day wants to hurry up, that would be very much appreciated. But no, it would be a massive loss if it is to happen. But hopefully it doesn't. But we wait and see and pray and manifest that Ben Ward is still in an Accrington shirt by the end of the transfer window.
Indeed. And Sean Wally being back as well, he knows what a 33-10 was. He definitely knows. Bless him. There's nothing much for me to add. I think you mentioned Gillingham. Gillingham were 2-1 down when it went into the 90th minute, scored 2 in at a time. So that's a kick in the you know what's for Newport, and we'll all be very much to see it. And let's go on to the league table. I've got nothing else to add. Sorry. Let's go on to the league table. We have got Bromley. Massive season of Bromley having their top of the league by 6 points. So fantastic for them. Swindon and Walsall do have a game in hand, though, but fantastic by Bromley. And then the team who I think will go up is Salford City. I think they're doing brilliantly. Milton Keynes franchise are there. Cambridge, who've got sixth. Notts County complete the playoffs in 7th. And at the bottom 2, we have Newport County and Harrogate Town.
Cheerio, Harrogate.
Probably the 2 that everyone particularly go down are in the bottom 2. But Crawley, Bristol Rovers and Shrewsbury definitely look over the shoulders. And I think Barrow as well. I really do think Barrow will get sucked down there. And that, my friends, is that. And it's only for me to say that we are the Absolute Football Podcast. You can catch us on every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and every Thursday, internet permitting, at 8:30 p.m. live. On Monday, we do have the Absolutely Non-League Show with the returning Shah and Ben, who's doing a fantastic job of hosting that in Shah's absence. On Tuesday, it is the Absolute Premier League Show. And next week, you have got my good self, who is on, I think, with Sam, and I think with you, Rebecca. I'm not 100% certain, but...
No, I've had to dip out of that one. I'm off to Newport.
You poor thing. So with me and Sam. So that'll be fun. That'll be a good talk about. And then on Wednesday, you have the... you have Team Chaos with the music that you will hear in a couple of minutes' time with the Absolutely Women's Football Show. That is led by Freya and Paul and everyone else on that, doing a brilliant job. And on Thursday, you have us. Oh, we've got Heather Tuesday, by the way. That's wonderful. We've got lovely Heather. And on Thursday, you have us. You have the Rowdy Rabble, led by Shah, me doing the hosting duties for the time being. And the reason why we're called the Rowdy Rabble, just watch the last half an hour. That is the reason why we're called the Rowdy Rabble. But yeah, and you can catch, so don't forget to be a member, because you get plus interviews, plus club episodes. We've got the Watford one that's just gone out last week, which was a wonderful time. And New Women in Football Season 2 is coming up soon. And if you want to follow us on our socials, we are, I can barely read this. So we are on Twitter at Absolute Ball Pod, YouTube at Absolute Football Podcast, Twitch at Absolute Football Podcast, TikTok at Absolute Football Pod, Instagram at Absolute Football Podcast with an underscore, Blue Sky at Absolute Football, and Facebook, the Absolute Football Podcast. And it leaves me nothing to do but to thank my wonderful panel. And Chloe, thank you once again. Where can we find more of you in our lives?
So I am on Twitter and Instagram, which is both at ChloeWatts_10.
Wonderful. And what a wonderful hairstyle as well.
Thank you.
The hairdresser did a wonderful job.
Big shout out to my hairdresser, Jane. We love Jane.
Go on, Jane. Claire, going under the radar. Where can we see more of you? Or hear more of you?
Don't set me off again. Claire, fuck's sake.
You can find her in Cambridge.
Yeah, going under the radar.
Yeah.
Claire_Jeffs on Twitter. And I'm very, very sorry, but my Instagram's more private.
Goes under the radar. and Rebecca, where can we find you apart from in Newport on a Tuesday night?
Cold, wet Tuesday night in Newport. You can find my personal TikTok and Twitter, which is _Rebecca_shot_. You can find all of my Her Game 2 content at ASFC Her Game 2, in which we did get all of the photos sent over, so the team photo with all of the players' shirts is out. And then you can find any of my Accrington content on the official Accrington page, with content starting back up very soon.
Wonderful, wonderful. And if you want more of me, which, I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm at _Waters on Twitter and on Blue Sky. My Twitter ban, well, I wasn't really banned, I just wasn't reading it. I've now back on Twitter, so because they did the job and got rid of Grok, so I'm happy. But yes, in the meantime, you all have a wonderful week in the chat. Hope everyone wins this weekend, apart from you, Paul County. And you all look after yourselves. And Cardiff.
No comment.
You all look after yourselves. We will see you next Thursday. And to play us out, it is the Absolute Women's Football Podcast. See you later. Bye for now.